What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV, man. We got a nice hot topic today, man. We're gonna touch on the living, walking legend. I stated this on numerous occasions. People was a little late to the party. Some people was rocking. Some people was really there rocking. I got, what I'm rocking right now. The lucky number 7. Yeah, I know what time it is, man. The New York Knicks. A New York legend, Carmelo Anthony. We're gonna be touching on him today, man. He just had an epic, legendary throwback performance today against the Toronto Raptors. We're gonna get into it. It led to a game winner. It led them to victory. The Portland Trailblazers are in a great position right now. And a large part of it is due to Carmelo Anthony. And we're gonna get into it. Hit that like button and most definitely hit that subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV. Um, we had some complications with some of my links. I thought I had my links automated, like it was gonna be in all my videos, but I realized I have to do it manually now. That's why a lot of my links wasn't in my previous videos, but I got that taken care of. Shout out to my man Mike who brought the news to me earlier today that he didn't have access to the merchandise store, and one of my guys. Kev, he wanted to know about what's up with the donations because it wasn't in the link, even though it's in my actual bio. If you're looking to donate, it's in the bio. All people could donate to the platform. The link is in the description box. Support the merchandise store, pexoticshop.com. Don't forget about that $100 100 subscribe giveaway. We up to 92 right now. The people is talking. The people is reacting. And I'm going to keep bringing that content for the people and the viewers. So let's get right back into it, man. Carmelo Anthony tonight dropping 28. If I'm not mistaken, he dropped 28. I seen the game. I had to do a couple of things, so that's why I couldn't get to it live and like come right after, hit the people right after. But yeah, man. Mello showed us, but before we really dive into it, let's get to the haters and the doubters and the naysayers and some famous, some regular old Joes. A lot of people need to pay homage on Carmelo Anthony. Seriously, because like I said, people really kicked him to the curb when he was down. Pissed on his grave. Just threw him to the trash. A lot of people was misled. Didn't take the time and look for the information for themselves on the legend Carmelo Anthony. He was saddled in two screwed up spots with two of the not so best facilitators, obviously, and Russell Westbrook and James Harden, two players that really just want to get their own, not really looking for the success of others. But people use that against him and really just piled it on analytics and this that and just everything just to discredit the legend. I believe Carmelo Anthony and LeBron James are the same age. You understand? So people make it seem like LeBron James is unprecedented, that he's the only person who could play at this level. But I beg to differ. In the future, a couple years from now, when they retire, it's gonna be people like us and others who's gonna remind people, no, it wasn't just LeBron, it was Carmelo Anthony as well. You could call whatever you want to say, but Melo, the bottom line is the Lakers dropped the ball by not signing Carmelo Anthony. A lot of teams dropped the ball not signing Carmelo Anthony, and that's why they're not going to win the championship this year due to situations like they're going to need a guy like Melo in the play. See, Melo could have been the difference against the Clippers, but they wasn't looking for a difference. They're looking for something else. Damian Lillard, one of the realest players in the NBA, giving him a second chance. But Melo, he dropped 5 threes tonight, man. He was lights out, man. They couldn't do nothing with Melo, man. When Melo get cooking, man, there's really no defense, to defend him. He got the Portland Trailblazers like deadlocked in that 8th seed right now, holding on. possibly could move up. Oklahoma City is holding a stand pat, holding fort too. So Portland is looking like a team in position that as they continue this stride that they on, they should make the playoffs. And Carmelo Anthony jump started that because before he was signed, they was not in the playoff picture. They was really reeling. And now Melo kind of getting them back on track. And it's going to be interesting to see come playoff time, depending on the matchup. Hopefully they get out that eighth seed and play a Denver or somebody like that. I think that'll just be a beautiful matchup for the Portland Trailblazers. If they could get a Nuggets tip, they could just avoid even the Rockets. I think that'd be a better matchup for them. I think they just need to try to avoid the Lakers or the Clippers. I don't know if that's going to be possible due to the playoff seedings, but let's see what happens. But man, listen, man, people just need to come pay homage. I'm rocking this Knick jersey because this is the home where the legend, the living, walking legend, will his jersey will be up there forever in eternity. New York. That's where his jersey is gonna be retired. Denver need to pay homage to and do the same thing. They ain't been the furthest they ever been was when Melo was on that team. 2 games away from the NBA Finals. But they ran into Kobe Bryant and them boys. Pay homage. Carmelo Anthony is a legend, man. One of the most disrespected players ever. Check out my series. I did a 4-part series on the legend Carmelo Anthony, and the disrespect they showed him across the league. Max Kellerman, he was on the record of saying that Carmelo didn't even belong in the NBA. Maybe he need to consider China or something like that. This is the things people were saying, and people just can't forget that. Now Melo is hitting game winners, this and that. He can't get no airtime on none of these sports shows. People talk about, all the things other YouTubers speak about, but when you turn on ESPN or Fox, all they talk about is LeBron, the Cowboys, and Tom Brady. And that's about it. You feel me? Everything else is pretty much sprinkled in between. You get it? That's all of them. LeBron, the Cowboys, and Tom Brady. I mean, if I'm lying, hit that like button. Hit that dislike button. If you know what I'm talking about, hit that like button. But yeah, man, Melo, man, he would have been a good fit with a lot of teams, not just the Lakers. The Clippers should have taken a chance on him. I think the Clippers, if Melo would have signed with the Clippers, that would have been all she wrote, man, sealing the deal with a chip. I think those LA teams are gonna really suffer now. That they didn't do it. People. He signed Jared Dudley. He signed this one, Contavious Caldwell Pope. He got a no trade clause. The Lakers is just. I don't know, but they really dropped the ball with Melo, man. He's sitting there with CJ and Dame. To be honest with you, they need to really um, put Melo more in the focal point of that offense, more probably the go-to scorer, because I think it'll open up for the two guards and CJ and Dame, so it's not so CJ and Dame offensive heavy, because we've seen how far that can go. I think they need to probably play through Carmelo in the post and then play inside out. Melo is just Melo got the complete offensive repertoire. Inside, outside, turnaround, left, right. Now Melo's dunking on dudes again. Melo's not lacking in any facet of his game. I'm just happy for Carmelo Anthony, man. He make New York look good. You know, people just need to show appreciation, to what they saying, because people say they're not gonna see nothing like LeBron. They might not never see a player like Carmelo Anthony as well, playing this high, his drive of excellence, his mentality to strive to excellence. Not so loud. He don't confess to say he the king, he better than this one, that one. Melo just ball, and he need to get his respect for that, you know. Melo not running around here trying to, confess to be like he better than all these people. Melo's a top 50 player in the history of basketball, man. Like I said, nobody want to admit it, but everybody's wrong. People need to come along to the fact that Carmelo Anthony is a walking, living legend. And they need to appreciate him while he's still here, playing at the level he's playing at. This is the type of player I tell my kids about, Carmelo Anthony, the great. Today when I was watching him play, I got those chills that I got when he was playing with the Knicks. When he started cooking, chills start running through my body. That's when I know what time it is. So CJ was looking like he was about to force something crazy, but I'm just happy that he gave it up to Melo. They had Dame just saddled. The defender wasn't leaving. So Melo took it inside and just went for that patented mid-range jumper, the lost art of basketball, the mid-range. A lot of people with this analytics movement is like they want to discredit offensive players on how they score. Carmelo Anthony is not no spot-up three-point shooter. Carmelo Anthony is one of the greatest scorers we've ever seen. He can score from everywhere on the court. So you can't just limit Melo to, hey, I just want you to take threes. No, Melo do it all. That mid-range is wide open for Melo. Nobody could defend that. And there's a high percentage shot. So I like what I see from Portland. They letting him play his game, and that's why the success is there. I'm not sure if he would have signed with another team, how willing the team would be to letting Carmelo be Carmelo. And that's what it's about. Melo is Melo right now. He could do whatever he want to do. People made it seem like he had to come off the bench. That they was wrong on that. Melo is a starting small forward in basketball. He deserves to be in the All-Star game for what he's done, leading the Blazers into the playoff picture. That alone, they gave Dwayne Wade and Dirk honorable mentions last year. They need to do the same for Melo, even though it's not his last year. The fans want to see Melo, one of the greatest players of this generation, a walking, living legend, and he showed us tonight. 5 threes, beautiful percentage. Percentage is good. Way over 50%. What they gonna say now? They can't discuss this. How much you want to bet tomorrow morning on SportsCenter? You don't hear nothing about this. All you hear is LeBron James. I guarantee you. They need to show love of the airtime. Hit that like button and most definitely hit that subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV. Donate to the platform. Hit that like button and subscribe button if you've been a day one Melo fan and you was talking that talk through the eye of the storm and the hate. You're not forgotten. Hit that subscribe button. Make this your home. It's Flight Sports TV.